In this video, we will learn how to find the area of a circle. So the area of a circle can be found using the formula A equals pi r squared, or pi times the radius squared. So one thing to keep in mind as you're doing this is that order of operations matters. So the radius squared is going to happen before you multiply by pi. So let's look at an example here. It says find the area of the circle. So remember, A will be equal to pi times the radius squared. So we'll start with our radius, which is 7. So that will be, and let's substitute 22/7 for pi as well. So 22/7 times the radius 7 squared. 7 squared, 7 times 7 is 49. So we get A is equal to 22/7 times 49. And then we could simplify here before we multiply. 49 and 7 have a common factor of 7. So that leaves us with our area is equal to 22 times 7. And we get 154. And remember, this is area now, so we're measuring in square centimeters. Let's look at our next example. So this one, you'll notice, gives us the diameter. So if A is equal to pi times the radius squared, we first need to find the radius. So remember that the radius is equal to the diameter divided by 2. So our radius will be equal to 26 divided by 2, which is 13. So now that we know our radius, we can use that. A is equal to pi times the radius squared. So A will be equal to 3.14 times 13 squared. So 13 squared is 13 times 13. And we get 169. So A will be equal to 3.14 times 169. And we can do that multiplication now. 4 times 9 is 36. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 3 is 27. And 4 times 1 plus 2 is 6. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 6 plus 2 is 20. And 3 times 1 plus 2 is 5. So we get 530.66 for the area of this circle. And remember, that's going to be square inches. Okay, so this next one, we want to find the area of the semicircle. So remember again that the semicircle is exactly half of a circle. So our area would be exactly half as well, right? So our area would be equal to pi times the radius squared divided by 2. So let's go ahead and substitute these values here. So first we need to find our radius. So remember, the radius is equal to diameter divided by 2. So that'll be 15. So A will be equal to 3.14 times 15 squared, all divided by 2. So 15 times 15 we get 225. So A will be equal to 3.14 times 225 divided by 2. So 3.14 times 225. We get 706.50. and then that'll be divided by 2. So 706.5 divided by 2. We get 353.25 square feet. That would be the area of this semicircle. And then one last problem here. Putting it into practice with a word problem, it says a tsunami warning siren can be heard up to 2.5 miles away in all directions. From how many square miles can the siren be heard? So let's think about what's being asked here. So first of all, right, if a tsunami warning siren can be heard up to 2.5 miles away in every direction, right? So let's think about it. Here's your siren, and then 2.5 miles away in every direction. What we're really talking about here is a circle with a radius of 2.5. So I hope that makes sense to everyone, right? Here's your siren, and 2.5 miles away from that in any direction, right? So that's a circle with a radius of 2.5. We want to know the total area where this siren can be heard. So that would be the area of this circle here. So we're going to use our formula. A equals pi times the radius squared. So that'll be 3.14 times 2.5 squared. So let's start with 2.5 squared. We get 6.25. So our area will be equal to 3.14 times 6.25. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 1 plus 2 is 7. 5 times 3 is 15. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 1 plus 2 is 8. And 6 times 3 is 18. And we add so we get an area of 19.625 square miles. So in other words, this siren can be heard for 19.625 square miles.